Do you want to learn how to overcome devastating chronic symptoms that never seem to go away? Watch this video where I talk about harnessing the power of limbic system retraining. This was crucial to my healing process, and I know it can be for yours too, which is why I'm so excited to share this with you today. You may feel like your dreams have been completely crushed after dealing with persistent fatigue, stress, brain fog, digestive problems, and chemical and food sensitivities. You may feel overwhelmed researching all the treatment options available out there. It's so frustrating when nothing seems to help, but I'm here to tell you today that regardless of the number of doctors you've seen and the number of detox protocols you've tried, there still is hope. There is a way out. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video if you haven't already. But today I want to teach you how limbic system retraining can reverse your chronic symptoms for good. But before we start, let me tell you a little bit of a story to give you hope about one of my clients named Katie. For years, Katie was passed around to various doctors until she was diagnosed with mold illness or SIRS. She was so determined to get well, and Katie spent thousands of dollars on appointments, treatment plans, supplements, therapies, but nothing at all seemed to work. She tried to chase symptoms with a super clean diet, an anti-inflammatory diet, and drove across the country to see a medical specialist in North Carolina that seemed to be an expert in what she was dealing with. Yet she was getting worse every single day, and none of the doctors seemed to know why. But the worst part was that she couldn't even spend time with her little daughter because her terrible symptoms had kept her left bedbound most of the day, like 80% of the day. Unfortunately, I too often frequently encounter clients like Katie who spend massive efforts to heal, and they continue to be stuck in the cycle of pain, stress, and illness. In fact, I was one of them. But let me tell you this, it does not have to be this way. Your body has the ability to heal itself, but sometimes it just needs a little help on your end. You see, Katie knew something was missing. What she needed was a nervous system reset. She desperately reached out to me for help, and today Katie is full of life, flourishing, and spends more quality time with her daughter than ever before, thanks to neuroplasticity and limbic system retraining. So this limbic system retraining was a missing piece to her puzzle. So you're probably wondering, what is limbic system retraining and how does it work? So let me just explain a little bit. For decades, scientists thought that the adult brain is hardwired like a computer. They hypothesized that the brain you were born with will determine your life and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. But that is not the case. Recent studies have led neuroscientists to believe that this 3-pound organ between your ear is more powerful than you ever thought. Your brain is dynamic and adaptable, just like plastic. You see, a skill that may seem difficult to master at first, like learning to drive or learning a new language, may seem difficult at first. After months of practice, it can become second nature. You just start playing the instrument without thinking about it, or driving without thinking about it. Brand new experiences and thoughts create new pathways in the brain. The old pathways become used less and less, and they slowly die out. This concept is known as neuroplasticity. This groundbreaking discovery offers new hope for everyone out there suffering with chronic symptoms. Scientists and doctors use neuroplasticity and brain rewiring techniques to treat various health conditions such as chronic pain, chronic fatigue, cardiovascular diseases, fibromyalgia, cognitive disorders, and other neurological disorders. This is what people who have had a stroke do, so they make consistent changes to reteach their arm to move again after the neurological damage. This works the same way with chronic symptoms. If your brain can be wired to think and act like a sick person, it can be wired to think and act like a healthy person. When we rewire our brain for health and happiness, it calms the stress response and reverses symptoms. Your body is meant to heal and function properly. However, chronic illness symptoms and persistent stress can disrupt your nervous system. Neural pathways that cause those nasty symptoms can develop and strengthen over time. Just thinking about your illness or researching it may cause your symptoms to appear because when you do that, you're quick to think, I'm never going to get better, no doctor can help me, and you spiral down into depression and hopelessness. These thoughts literally cause a stress response releasing cortisol and other stress hormones in your body, just like other triggers do, such as mold, chemicals, and other stressors. As you can see, our minds and thoughts are incredibly powerful. So if you want to eliminate those harmful neural patterns that make you feel ill, you must change the way you react to stressful situations. Our bodies are incredibly resilient to their daily doses of stress. However, traumatic events, an overwhelmed nervous system, nerve-wracking situations, and chronic diseases activate a fight, flight, or freeze response. So what is the fight, flight, or freeze response? I'm so glad you asked. Imagine going out for a walk on a sunny Sunday morning when suddenly you notice a growling dog coming towards you. What would you do? You might start running away, although that may not be a good idea. Or maybe you'll suddenly freeze and hope that this cute little pup just won't notice you. If you believe that you have the power to fight an angry Rottweiler, no worries. Your body will release stress hormones that will prepare you for this battle. Either way, that's your fight, flight, or freeze response in action. When faced with imminent danger, various stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline flood your body and shut down all non-essential activities to help us escape this threat. It's that simple. Okay, let's assume that the dog ran away and the threat is gone. In that case, the stress response turns off and everything goes back to normal. This is what happens when a healthy person comes across a stressor. They just go back to this normal response. However, the problem occurs when your body gets stuck in that fight, flight, or freeze mode for an extended period of time. Maybe you've been exposed to mold for a long time, you had a stressful job, an abusive relationship, maybe you overused alcohol in the past, or came across other stressors. This is exactly how you get stuck in a chronically stressed state. Imagine feeling anxious, stressed, and frightened all the time. It's like witnessing this grunting dog everywhere you go. Being in a constant state of fight, flight, or freeze response exhausts your body and damages many critical bodily functions, leading to symptoms. But now, it's time for some good news. Limbic system retraining can help you calm your overactive nervous system. Remember those neural pathways we spoke about in the beginning? Various limbic system retraining techniques can create new neural pathways that will restore your resilience and make positive changes to your brain. Not only that, these new neural pathways will carve out negative ones that always initiate that fight, flight, or freeze response. I know that this type of limbic system retraining may seem complicated because you don't know the details of how yet, but investing your time into learning more about brain rewiring techniques is crucial for overcoming chronic symptoms. This life-changing discovery helped me, Katie, and many others to reverse chronic illness symptoms and reclaim control of our life. If you're ready to start taking action steps towards recovering and boosting your quality of life, then join my free Facebook group, and I'll post the link to that below, where I'm going to share useful tips and tricks on neuroplasticity and brain rewiring weekly. Also, if you're looking for help with neuroplasticity and brain retraining, schedule a free session with my team by clicking the link below. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.